I can't get rid of the feeling that I'm just letting everything I've worked so hard for go to waste.
Mm. Yeah. So, one of the things in this situation I would encourage you to think about is, if you could first just bring to mind what matters to you most in this world. What do you value most? What matters to you? And once you can bring that to mind, answering this question is going to be a little bit easier, this next question. But the comment you just made, right? Is that coming from you and what's important to you in life, or is that coming from the eating disorder? Right? Because the eating disorder is very good at kind of throwing those emotional experiences and those thoughts in our head to say, hey, like, don't listen to that person, isolate, it's safer here, or you were so much happier before, go back to way things were going before, you were so much more productive, look at what you're letting go, right? And so first, really identifying, is this truly me, or is this my eating disorder? Like,
Mm.
just bringing awareness there. The other thing I'll say is, you mentioned you can't get rid of this feeling, and I'm going to say you don't have to. That instead of investing our energy and our time and our focus in trying to let go of these feelings, let the feelings hang around, but let's invest our energy in making that those slow steps towards progress, right? And by doing that, we're going to be much more effective, right? Because we're investing our energy in what's important to us. And over time, the feeling, the voice, it comes becomes less of a distraction. It might always be there. For some people, it completely goes away, right? But the more we can learn to kind of keep on moving with that noise in the background, or with that eating disorder kind of trying to distract us, right? We
Mm.
get better at it, and it becomes less time consuming and challenging for us.
That's so good to mention it, and I'm glad you addressed both those parts, because when you started to respond there, I when you said about what's most important to you, I flashed back to when I would have thought, when I was really working through this, and I think, and I would imagine some people watching this would feel the same way, that one of the first thoughts would have come through would have been, for me at least, well, I want to look how I want to look. I want to look thin. I want to look skinny. I want to look whatever. But then, as you said, who is that talking? Is that actually would that actually have been one of my values? Or was that being hijacked? And now I can say that, yes, that was my values being hijacked. But I'm glad you addressed that, and that voice will become, as you said, you get used to it and are able to move past it being so debilitating. So thank you. That's just exactly what I think is needed in this moment.